So the best form of supervision is the cheapest, right? And often the cheapest means getting supervision from your practice owner, from your practice manager, from your line manager. Now, in this video, I really want to think about the problems associated with that because there are some benefits. Let's start with the benefits first, but in the second half, I'll try and think through what the key problems are. Starting with the benefits, wherever you work, there are going to be unique ethical, professional, and client-related challenges that you're going to have to navigate your way through. Having somebody who is embedded in your organization and knows that stuff like the back of their hand is an incredibly useful asset for you early in your career. Second, the earlier you are in your career, the more likely you are to have crisis situations where you need an answer right away, not in 3 days' time. Having someone who's just down the hallway who you can go and knock on the door and get that answer is really vital. So I'm not trying to denigrate the value of on-site supervision because I do think that's an important part of the development and the safety of most supervisees on their learning journey. But the risks are around the relationship because fundamentally it's a dual relationship. The role of being a line manager and the role of being a supervisor are diametrically opposed from each other. Let's take a second to think about the demand characteristics of those two relationships. If I'm your manager, it is intrinsic in that relationship that you want to show me how great you are so that I promote you, so that I approve your leave, so that I put you forward for advanced opportunities, so that I mentor you and push you forward in ways that you might not be able to do for yourself. That role of management and the day-to-day relationship between a manager and a subordinate is often characterized by some impression management and wanting to put your best foot forward. Now let's think about what you want as a supervisee. As a supervisee, you want to be able to walk into your supervisor's office and say, here is the biggest mistake that I made this week. I want you to help me fix it before it gets worse. As a supervisor, I need to be able to see the very worst of your practice. As a manager, you want to show me the best. The two relationships are really in conflict with each other, which is one of the reasons that I strongly suggest you don't get your primary supervision from your direct line manager. Having said that, I do think there's a role for supervision from your line manager, and often the perfect mix is that your line manager or the practice owner or the person in your organization sits as a secondary supervisor who's on site to help you out with the emergencies, who's there to help you with the clinical governance and the professionalism issues, but who is not in a relationship where you have to fess up and say, I've made a mistake. Now, if you're looking for a supervisor, I'd encourage you to check out our Find a Supervisor website on the link below. Have a great day.